I'm Melita with In the City TV, and I don't know if you guys know this, but it is HIV and AIDS Awareness Month.
Yes, it is, and tonight we are hanging out with the South Suburban HIV and AIDS Regional Coalition. They're throwing a big AIDS benefit party. We're here to meet some cool people, walk around, mingle. I'm pretty excited for this. How about you?
I am so excited because I know you guys have noticed that In the City have been attending a lot of events that support local causes. So I'm excited to support this cause and bring awareness to HIV and AIDS.
Yes, me too. So stay tuned with us, and we'll give you guys a little tour. We are standing here with Zyra Gordon-Smith, and she is one of our panelists today for this HIV and AIDS benefit party. Can you tell us where are you coming from, and then why is it so important for you to be here today?
Sure. I am a nurse practitioner, family nurse practitioner for the past 11 years with the subspecialty in HIV. I've been asked to come here to talk on behalf of HIV treatment, transmissions, and some of the trends that's going forth. I've been in HIV actually for as long as HIV has been here, so for 31 years. And this is so critical. Events such as this, anything that's going to alert the general public concerning the importance of HIV, as well as talking about how we can get involved in the treatment and management, but also just so critical talking about prevention. That's just going to be essential, particularly for people of color, in which the disease is definitely disproportionate in African Americans more than anything.
And then is this something that's kind of taboo? Like, is this recently coming out where people are more openly talking about these types of things, especially for the African American community?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say taboo, but I think there's been a lot of cultural things that may have suppressed the community's ability to become more forthright in talking about it. But if you talk with people, they either know somebody up close and personal, or it's been involved in their families. And it's been like that all along. It's just that no one had been really willing to talk about it. But as more people become more involved in talking about it, and as other agencies become more upright in talking about it, then we can come to where it really will be serving as a way of being impacting, where people then, if we can stop the transmission, that's just going to be so critical. And it's wonderful organizations like this are doing things. It's truly wonderful when organizations or things that are essential in our culture, such as churches and things of that sort, get involved and co-labor and co-partner with organizations like this, where we can have a better impact in trying to slow down the rage in the community.
We are standing here with Caprice, another one of the panel members for today, and you have a little bit of a different background possibly than some of the others here, and maybe a little bit more of a personal connection. So can you explain to us kind of what you're going to be talking about today, why you're here, and why it's so important?
Well, my name is Caprice, and I am living with HIV, and I have been living with HIV for about 14 and a half years now. So one of the basic things I want to talk about is my journey, how important it is to be tested, and how very, very important it is to be treated.
Absolutely. What's the most difficult thing about your journey thus far?
One of the challenges I'm finding is that for women of trans experiences myself, we're finding it hard for funding and housing and just getting the message out to be tested. And if you are positive, how important it is to find a practitioner who's going to actually take care of you.
Beryl standing in between us right now, and you're from the Community Health Network. So can you tell us a little bit about why you're here, what Community Health Network is, and why it's so important for you to be at this event?
Well, Community Health Network is a federally qualified health center that provides primary health care to people who are what's considered medically underserved in Northwest Indiana. I'm here today because I want to support SSHARC and the Southland in certainly getting out information about HIV and AIDS. It's really important that we reduce the stigma attached to talking about. We really want people to come out and get tested. We want people to know their status. If you are sexually active, know your status. No, that again, that promotes a healthy community. It promotes a healthy lifestyle. I think it's really an exciting time with the passage of the Affordable Care Act, affectionately known as Obamacare, where we know that people can receive quality health care services. People don't have to be afraid or apprehensive about, well, can I afford to go and even get a test to find out what my status is.
We are here with Ryan tonight, and the party is just getting started. How are you feeling, Ryan?
Feeling good. Happy to be alive.
Good. So what brings you out to this HIV and AIDS awareness party tonight?
Just here to show some support with my friends and family about the event and just having a good time.
What's your favorite part about the event so far?
Well, as far I like the information and the comedy was pretty good.
What do you think about the DJ?
He's jamming.
You're not jamming.
I see you dancing.
I am, yeah.
So what do you look forward to next year as far as the HIV and AIDS Awareness Month goes?
Well, hopefully just to get more supporters, you know, make it snowball and just become bigger and bigger.
And some people don't. You have to get tested to find out. So some people get a sore called the chancre sore that doesn't hurt. Especially women often don't get any symptoms. And that's actually true for a lot of STIs. And STIs is the same as STD, sexually transmitted infection. So those numbers are going up. So if I have syphilis, I'm more likely to efficiently acquire HIV. What does that mean? I'm going to get it. Then, because of that other infection, I am more likely to be susceptible to HIV. If I already have HIV and I get an STI, my HIV numbers are going to go up. And I'm more likely to give somebody HIV. So in other words, they work together and not in a good way. It's good if you're a virus, but if you're a person, it's not good. And so what we want to do is get on top of these different infections.
And I think these kinds of events today really help to promote and disseminate awareness to all people. Even children can tell you, Mommy, go find out your status. Daddy, go find out your status. But it's just really important. I feel this passionately, not only in my work, but personally. My brother succumbed to the complications of HIV and AIDS in the late 80s. And one of the things that we talked about later on or toward the end of his life was, why did you wait so long? And what he said was that I didn't know how people would react to me or respond to me. I didn't know what Mama would say. I didn't even know what you would say. And we had a great brother-sister relationship. So I encourage people to talk about HIV and AIDS any place you can. But even more importantly, go into your community health centers, make phone calls, find out what your status is, so that you won't have to succumb to this kind of disease. There are many progresses that have been made.
It was time to tell her story, a colored girl's story, cheated at birth. Amazing the story she was told as a child, how she came from a long line of kings and queens of royal lineage, but a chosen generation. And somewhere along the line, by the time she was born, somebody dropped the ball. Bitch, that ain't my baby. She was abandoned early. Rejection reached for her soul and called her dirty. No man in her life, only punks who played in her panties as a child, stealing her innocence, threatening to kill her if she told anybody what goes on in this house, stays in this house. You know that?
Come on.
She carries tragedy like Jesus carried the cross. Her daddy was the first one who crucifies her. With a hammer and nails, he nails shame, he nails rejection. He watches as blood mixed with her tears falls from her face to the ground, making a puddle, and he walks through it. He turns his back, no remorse, no regret, no remembrance, no respect. Why, Daddy, why won't you rescue me? Daddy, why won't you come and get me? Daddy, why won't you save me? There he goes, another black man walking away from his responsibility. She is raised by lifeless hood heroes of the ghetto. She learns street knowledge that will be her education and possibly her college. So she learns. In life, take what you want. School is not a priority, and to hell with authority. Please understand this. You will forever and always be a bitch. Always make your money, and remember the tricks of the trade. A bitch always get paid. Hip-hop prophet Jay-Z made it plain. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. But I wonder, will his daughter Blue Ivy hear the same song?
With Mama Brenda, and she just delivered a breathtaking performance at the AIDS and HIV awareness event hosted by the South Suburban Coalition. She is responsible for the book. Somebody better say something. What do you want people to say?
I want people to say that it's time, with this time we're living in, let's get tested, know our status. Let's spread the word about getting tested, knowing the status so that we can see our numbers come down. I want people to begin to reach out to young people in the community, and let's deal with the issues that's going on. It's time for us to reach out and get our children and bring them back. That's what I want people to say. Let's get it together so we can reach back and get back what belongs to us.
And you, I mean, just by standing next to you and being next to you, you can feel that you're a very powerful, really present woman. And kind of in the brochure today, they said you're a woman pregnant with purpose. So what is your purpose?
My purpose, I always say, I'm just a sister from the hood trying to spread seeds of change into the lives of those who want to hear it. So my mission is to use my poetry and use the words that God has given me to speak life to this generation. I'm trying to see change occur, and God has given me this gift of gab to speak life, and that's what I want to do, is speak life.
So I have a question. I think a lot of people, maybe not so much today, but in the past it was kind of like a misconception maybe that if you had AIDS it meant death. So what's the feeling today around AIDS, and is it a livable kind of disease, and how do you feel about it, and how would you tell other people about it?
Well, one of the things about HIV is that it's not incurable, but it is treatable. For almost 14 and a half years, I did not take treatment because the only thing that was available was the AZT, and it was actually killing the people in our community because that was all they had. Due to new regimens and new experiences with doctors and stuff like that, there are lots of available medications out that are now working. As a matter of fact, I've been on medication since the beginning of July, and I came in with a 995,000 viral load, and today I'm here to say that my viral load is undetectable. My TCL count is very high, and all is well.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. That's absolutely amazing.
What advice do you have for any victim of HIV or AIDS that may be scared to talk to people like you who have experience in the field?
Okay. Well, the first thing for those people who haven't been tested, period, everyone needs to know their status. So that's for the general population. For those patients who know that they are positive, it's crucial that they get into care. So they need to get into care somewhere, talk with someone, reach out to any person who can hook them up. They can go on to websites and things of that sort to find out the closest facility where they can go and
people care. We care. And that all they have to do is reach out and make one phone call, and then we will help them to get through this together.
What I encourage people to do is that step outside of your fear around maybe something's happening to me. But if you just step outside and reach out to someone, go into a medical facility. People have learned how to treat people with respect and dignity in providing services about HIV and AIDS. So I think we have a more humane service providers, but I think as we educate communities and people, we find that they're more humane. So I'm saying to the public at large, be humane, stop judging. It doesn't matter how people contract this disease. The fact is if they have it, they have it. We need to be humane as a grouping of people and as a community.
We are here with Lisa, and she's with the South Suburban Coalition team, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we're so excited to be here at this event. We had an amazing time.
Yes.
We got to engage in thought-provoking discourse with the panelists. This was such an amazing event. But what is the purpose of South Suburban Coalition Team?
The purpose is bringing the community together, bringing agencies together, and promoting the education about HIV and to support the HIV community, the living community, and the family.
I'll fight for everyone, before I do this, who knows someone personally who has been impacted by HIV, affected, infected, or someone who has passed away. And for those who have had someone that has passed away, I would like for you to stand just for those who have passed away. And what I want to say is that I'm thankful today that we have SSHARC in the house. I'm thankful today to have all of you come out to support this cause. I'm thankful for the panelists.